Okay, I just got out of the shower. Let's go through my whole skincare routine because I know you're all dying to see probably a better version of the skincare as makeup. It's a little moist in here, a little humid, I should say. Humid is the right word. I know I'm obviously not a beauty or a skincare influencer or a makeup influencer, but we're just gonna go through this because this is my day and this is my vlog and this is my world and you're just living in it. So I wash my face in the shower, which I know I probably shouldn't do because the water is scalding hot because I just like the water to be a little bit too hot. Should I do that? Probably not. I have like little hairs here that I like to trim or shave with this little razor. I get like, just, you know how sometimes you get like one rogue neck hair? I get like a group of them and I should not have shaved them because now I am stuck doing this forever and it's the most annoying thing. But I just kind of like do a little of this, and the hair that I have on my neck is the reason that I believe that I have PCOS. I've self-diagnosed myself with like a lot of things, which I'm sure you probably, we as humans should not do. But yeah, I have just like a lot of, some of it's peach fuzz, but some of it's not. It's like honestly pretty thick hair. I want to see any like skincare enthusiasts coming at me in my comments saying that I shouldn't do this because I am going to do it no matter what you say. Anyway, that's usually the first step, and I have to do this probably every like 2 or 3 days, which is really annoying. And if you have hairs on your neck or on your chin or your jawline, don't shave them because it is so annoying. Okay, the next thing I do is use my benzoyl peroxide acne treatment. I just do like, a generous pump on there, rub it on my hands, and then rub it all over my face because I'm an acne girly. And it's funny, the acne.org stuff, like there is a whole regimen you're supposed to follow, and it's like, don't vigorously rub your face, just pat the product in. And I'm like, it's like I can't get it done quick enough. The one thing I hate about benzoyl peroxide is it stains literally everything. I've ruined all of our towels, and that's why I have a lot of white towels. That's my sweatshirt, that's not a towel, but the gray towels I've ruined with benzoyl peroxide. And then you just kind of have to let your face dry a little bit. While my face is drying with the benzoyl peroxide, I typically like don't do anything because I don't like to put clothes on because it will stain my clothes and I don't want that. So next we're just going through my whole post-shower routine. Next I use deodorant, and I wish that I could be like an aluminum-free natural deodorant kind of girly. I can't be because I am a sweaty person. I sweat profusely. I've tried natural deodorant. It does nothing for me. I always still smell. This is my tried and true deodorant. I have been using this for years and years and years. It's the only thing that works for me, and that's just it. I do a really generous amount on my armpits, and I find this is the perfect deodorant for me because I'm moving all day. I'm sweating constantly. I feel like it's got to be an antiperspirant and deodorant. It is. Of course it is. Next up in the routine, we're going to do moisturizer and mix it with some of the debronzy drops. My face like feels dry enough. I like to just wait until it's not moist because then it can pill underneath everything else that I do. So maybe I'll just wait another second. Outfit on. It's a full Athleta outfit today, and this is deciding to come out of my hair, which is fine because my hair will probably stay slicked back until I brush it. I have stopped linking things on my LTK or my like to know just because I feel like nobody gave a shit about it, but should I start linking the things that I use on that again, I would be happy to if that would be helpful for anybody. This is one of my favorite tops from Athleta and my favorite leggings from Athleta. You can't see them in the frame, but you'll see them a little bit later. Anyway, back to the skincare. We're gonna do some moisturizer. I do about that much. Then we got to shake up the debronzy drop, and I hope wearing a white top was not a mistake for this. Here are the debronzy drops. Should have waited to put moisturizer in my hand until I had this thing open. I'm notoriously bad at being able to open jars, so we're gonna do a drop, like a generous drop, that's what I would call that. Then you gotta mix it together so that it looks, the shade of like an Oompa Loompa. And then we just, we start to rub it in. And honestly, the moisturizer I have is probably the wrong moisturizer for these debronzy drops. I should probably be using a Drunk Elephant moisturizer, but alas, here we are. So I'm just gonna rub this in. My moisturizer too is like a little bit runny. I don't know, maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. Sometimes I, you know, bring it down to my neck too. It just really depends. I think the key with like layering product on your face is that you want to like let every layer completely dry before you put on the next thing and not like over rub stuff in, or else I think that's when it starts to pill. I say like I know anything about skincare. I really don't. I'm just an amateur like you guys. I just happen to video myself and put it on the internet. Like this will never stop being weird to me. Also, you guys, we're like dangerously close to 100,000 subscribers. So if you know anybody that you think would enjoy watching my channel, please share it with them. You know I've got a really good mix of video content, but my channel is so good for people that are starting out with Pilates. I've got the beginner series. My channel is great for people that love vlogs and want to feel like they are just like talking and hanging out with their friend. You know, it's great for everybody, no matter the kind of content that you like to consume. Sometimes I pretend that I'm a beauty influencer. I'm not. Okay, anyway, on to the next layer. The next thing that I am going to do is going to be SPF. And somebody was like, don't mix your SPF with anything else. I don't. I layer it. I layer it on top of other things. We've talked about this before. I use the Supergoop, whatever it's called, unseen sunscreen that has kind of a tacky, velvety texture, which I personally like. I know it's not for everybody, so, and somebody was like, there's a Trader Joe's dupe of it or whatever. Somebody said there's a Kroger dupe. Seriously, and I said this too, like seriously, there's not a Kroger in St. Louis. Like there is, but it's not like the main grocery store chain. So like I'm not going to be going to a Kroger in St. Louis. It's all Schnucks, Dierbergs, Fresh Time. Schnucks and Dierbergs are not Kroger companies. They are independently owned. Like, so I can't get Kroger products anywhere. I say this like it's a Kroger product. It's not, but somebody said there's a Kroger dupe. So if you have a Kroger or a any of Kroger's like subsidiaries, like in Phoenix, it's Fry's. In Colorado, it's King Soopers. In Chicago, it's Mariano's. If you have any of those by you, I'd probably go there. Okay, so I'm getting to the end of this unseen sunscreen. I do about this much of my sunscreen on my face. And also, a lot of the other products that I have SPF in it. I also will reapply. I got that powder sunscreen for that purpose. So I rub it on my hands. And at first, I really didn't like the texture of this, but now I do. I'm really into it. I even go up to my ears, down to my neck, and then if I'm about to go outside, I'm not going outside yet today, but I'll bring it down to my neck and whatever. But usually that much sunscreen can get me pretty far. And then if I have like excess left over, I just bring it around onto my hands. The top of the hands get a lot of sun exposure and we never really realize it. I'll let that just kind of dry for a second. And then I believe the next thing that I do is the color correcting thing. So I'll give it a second just to dry and then we'll go from there. It's gonna be a fun weekend vlog. I'm gonna try and vlog. I really don't have anything going on. The only thing I have going on is today I have a corporate class at 12:15. It's just a 30-minute class, so it'll go by super quick. And then I need to film a video for my other channel, Marg's Makes. I need to do that. I need to get it like filmed, edited, uploaded, and ready to go for tomorrow. And then tomorrow, all I have is a group class at 9. And then after that, I'm planning to just film because I think I've said this before in other vlogs, we're going out of town, so I need to get ahead and film some stuff. So I'm just gonna give it another second because I don't wanna put another layer onto my face if my sunscreen layer is not dry. Probably fan, I need one of those fans, or like Whitney Simmons has a fan. Also with vlogging more, I'm like really appreciating the art of vlogging. I feel like my vlogs are like so like amateur and casual, and I see other people's vlogs and I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful and aesthetic, and mine just aren't that, but that's just not who I am. So, you know, why would my vlog be anything but chaotic and casual? And okay, next we go in with the color corrector. Okay, so I'm gonna take about that much and I'm just gonna rub it between my fingers to get it warm maybe, and then just start to press it in. So I'll look at you guys. So I'm gonna press it in like here, across my nose, a little bit under my, around my jawline, maybe up into up here. And you just wanna press it in You don't want to rub it in. Again, I say like I know what I'm talking about. I saw somebody say it on TikTok, which of course you know means that it's true. I also have a little mustache hair I need to... I have a lot of facial hair for a woman. Truly, I think that is a hormonal thing. And again, that's why I've convinced myself I have PCOS. But who knows? Gotta go to a doctor, I guess, to get diagnosed with that. But I also feel like PCOS is such like a... I feel like everyone is getting diagnosed with it. Like it almost feels like it's like a buzzword right now, which I think happens, you know, like that happened with like people having like gut issues and I don't know, gut issues is a big one that like for, I mean even now, but for a long time I feel like people were like, oh yeah, I'm healing my gut, I was diagnosed with a gut whatever. Like I was too, but I had to get diagnosed by having a colonoscopy when I was 18, so I don't know, like it seems like it's probably different if you're just like self-diagnosing yourself. Anyway, okay, so let me pluck this mustache here because it's gonna drive me wild. Next up, I think let's do the brow gel and the lash tint. Also, with using the lash tint, I have decided that I probably need to double cleanse at night and get like an oil, maybe an oil cleanser, like an oily balm. And I actually have all of these things that I'm using linked in my Amazon storefront under skincare. So if you're ever curious or you want to like peruse these products, I have them linked there. And again, I don't have an eyelash curler, so we're just kind of working with what we've got. I won't do a lot because I don't really need to. Only got a little bit on my contact. Close my shower curtain so it doesn't... I always keep the shower curtain open and Tyler hates it. I'm like, why? Don't you want to keep it open so that like when you go into the shower, you know somebody's not in there and gonna jump out and scare you? Next up, we've got the blush. And I just put the blush like on the apples of my cheeks. I'm not gonna put it across my nose. People on TikTok do that and I don't know why. See, mine gets like super pink. I guess I'll carry it across my nose, but I'm not gonna intentionally put it on my nose. Also, don't use a dry beauty blender. I also kind of want to put on some highlighter. I know it's not like the skincare is makeup thing, but we're gonna do it. Okay, we've got the Rare Beauty highlighter, and I have no idea what shade. I just don't know, but I like to be sparkly. Or aggressively bounce it in, if you're me. My tinted lip balm is downstairs. Wait, no, it's not. It's upstairs. I'll go grab it. It's like I have no idea where anything is. Okay, my tinted lip balm. Here we go. I really like this color. I feel like it's like such a natural color. This lighting makes it look weird though. And then while I'm here, let me put in all my jewelry. I think we talked about it in maybe 2 vlogs ago that one of my wedding band stones were coming out, so I had to send it back to Local Eclectic and they gave me store credit. But like now I don't want to buy, you know, a second wedding band from them because of that. So I've been looking at different earrings because these earrings, both of these I have, they're from Ana Luisa, and I just feel like I could get higher quality ones that'll like really last me forever because these are wearing. They are wearing for sure. Okay, so I've got earrings in. I'll put my Aura ring on the left hand, my rings, wedding ring, engagement ring. And then I'm just putting on all the things today. I'll put on my necklace too, although the necklaces might have to come off later because I think they hit the microphone when I teach. My necklaces are from Gorjana. Or Goriana, I forget how to say it. I think it's Goriana. I'm gonna brush through my hair and that will be the final look. I might do a little hair tutorial on my TikTok. If I do it, I will let you guys know. But somebody asked how I curl my hair. I'm like, that's a good question, and I'm happy to tell you how I do it. It's really easy. Because when I cut my hair short, like right before we went to Hawaii and did our wedding ceremony, my hair got cut like borderline too short and I was freaking out because I didn't know how to curl it. So I did a lot of deep diving into like short hair curling tutorials, and I found one that I really like, and you know, crisis averted. So, and then I kind of want to re-blow dry my little bangs. Now that can be the final look. I'll put my little short hair into a claw clip until I decide it's time to curl it. Now is not the time. I'm a little beautied out. Hello everybody, I just taught my virtual corporate class. It was great. I love, I taught a 30-minute class and I love it because it just like breezes by, and it's so nice because I can teach the same exact thing for all of the 30-minute classes because it's a different group every time. It's the best. But I I said something, I don't know if I've said this yet in like a virtual class, but I've been taking class in studio, and when we do like stuff like cat-cow or like rounding the spine or arch, you know, anything arch related, one of the teachers says, round your spine like the arch downtown. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is something I could have never said before and like had people understand it. So I said that in this class, and like at the end, there were like a bunch of St. Louis people coming out of the woodwork. I love that. I love that. Usually with the corporate classes, people are like all over. So it's really nice. I don't know, it's just like, it's nice to see that there are people there. Anyway, so with the corporate class, I work with actually this person found me on YouTube and contacted me, but I work with a company that they like host and schedule and do all of the the work to have instructors teach corporate classes for obviously like corporations or companies or whatever. And I've been doing this really since I lived in Phoenix, but I haven't done them like recently. I think the last one I probably did was last summer, so it's been a little bit of time. But yeah, it's super fun, and I love that I don't have to like do any of the work of finding the corporate client. It's really great. But anyway, I have to send an email to them to get paid. An email to them after and just like let them know how it went. So that is what I am doing. And then what I need to do today is to eat something for lunch. I need to film my Margs Makes video. I'm really trying to stay on top of that, and boy is it tough. I'm like extremely lazy when it comes to making, ooh, Tyler has these little mini sliders so I can make myself little mini turkey sandwiches. This is great. This is absolutely great. I'm so thrilled. I feel like this vlog is gonna be like me vlogging on my close friend's story, even though I use that literally just to like my actual close personal friends. I've used it one time. I don't do that. I don't discriminate. I want you all to know what is on my mind on my Instagram story. But I feel like that's kind of what this vlog is like so far. Tyler's out of town for the next day and a half, so I get to vlog wherever I want, say whatever I want, do whatever. I'm just kidding. I get to do all that anyway. But I can like vlog down in our kitchen and not have him be right there. Remember in Chicago when I didn't have a door? I cut this turkey so dang weird. I like cannot figure out what the method is. Like, what was the method to this butcher's madness? And then of course we gotta go in with the Emo's cheese. I feel like this is like a look into what Tyler eats for lunch. This is actually what he eats, little sliders. But these are turkey sliders and he usually does chicken sliders. So that's the big difference for anyone that was curious, and I'm sure nobody was. Y'all don't wanna know what Tyler eats. You just don't, trust me. Also, I've been in a vibe of like, I don't want to eat any vegetables, so I'm not going to. Although, I am going to put some of this kale pesto on it, and in my mind, that counts as a vegetable. You know what, guys? Sometimes you go through like, you know, waves. Sometimes you're like really healthy and you like want to eat vegetables, and sometimes, you know, you don't. And sometimes you buy vegetables and you just kind of let them rot in your fridge. That's the kind of week I'm having. Okay, also Tyler got sent these chips. I think Calby is one of his clients. I'm gonna try the seaweed and sea salt flavor. I'm intrigued. I bet they're just like sea salt chips. Interesting. It is an interesting flavor, I'll give it that. I put on that 70s show for literally 1 second, ate my lunch, and now it's time to go back upstairs and back to work. While we're here, our living room isn't that much of a mess, but I do want to show you some things that we got. This is our rug that we got from Anthropologie. I'm obsessed with it. This is our big leather ottoman that we got. It's from Article. Again, obsessed. We don't have our couch yet. That's coming. Here's our mantle. This little turtle planter I got sent on accident from Anthropologie when I was supposed to get bowls. I haven't gotten the replacement bowls yet. But I'm keeping this. This planter is the other one that I got from Anthropologie. The receipt said that it was the bowls, but it was 2 planters. I'm keeping them, and that's that. Anyway, we don't have our dining room table yet. All we have is the dining room bench. So next week, the couch is coming, so you'll see that soon-ish. And that is our living room, or progress on the living room, I should say. Now I've got an AHA in my favorite flavor, blueberry pomegranate, and we are going to go on up back to my office. We'll anchor the sits bones down into the mat. Good. With your last exhale, if you have a magic circle, you're gonna reach for it. If you don't, you'll just reach your arms out in front of you. Good. As you twist one way, do you feel the opposite hip lifting up off of the mat? Can you try and push it down? Let's do one more each side. Over to the left. Exhale, you can come back up through center, rebuilding your spine, reaching your left arm out. We go for 2 more. Inhale, up and over. Your hands, take your right leg. Inhale as you reach the right leg away from you. Exhale as you bend the knee and pull it in. Here I am, back where I belong at my desk. It is Saturday. I've just taught my virtual, I say just, an hour ago I taught my virtual class. I need to go to Target, maybe the grocery store. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of food here. Yeah, I need to do that. I also need to get out of the house period today. I also need to probably do that now because my microphones are charging and I need to come home and film some classes. This is what I do when I am home alone on a weekend. I just work. That's all I do. We've got that going on today. Also, I'm sure you guys have seen videos, maybe you haven't, maybe I'm on a different side of TikTok than you. HT Hayes, I see his videos all over TikTok and every single time I'm like, oh my God, I love this guy. I finally have started watching his YouTube videos. Like he does full reaction videos to artists albums and singles. I watched not all of them, but I watched like a handful of the Taylor Swift ones. I love Sabrina Carpenter. He did her album Emails I Can't Send, and then those 4 additional songs that we got for like the bonus album. Oh my God, I love Sabrina Carpenter. But I love his videos because like I can appreciate the musicality of them, and like he approaches all of the songs with like a really I don't think he like approaches his reactions with like any bias, you know? So they're really fun to watch. I think like I haven't found videos that I've like enjoyed watching recently. Like I just feel like, I don't know, there's so many YouTube shorts and just like trash on YouTube that I don't want to watch. And sometimes I like to have like a video on in the background. So I like these because like I get a little bit of music, but I also get a little bit of like him talking. But I've liked his videos. Other than that, let me see what we've got going on. Lift the hips right back up. You can come up about 75% of the way, I'd say, wherever you feel like you can stay stable and keep your hips at that level. Inhale, we come back down. Now this one, not only are we moving, you know, arms and legs, we're doing a little chest lift, but we also have to think about staying stable and anchoring down into our mat because your hips, they will move, they will pull you around, and that's how you get a mouthful of shoulder block. If you hit the ring, you know you've gone too far. Roll your shoulder blade down and back, let your elbow kind of fall in towards your hip. Elbows are bent at about like 10 degrees. So we have the arms extended to about 90 degrees. We have a little bend into the elbows. You're going to inhale as you twist your upper body over towards your foot bar.